no son. Es una pena, igual. Un poquito de más arriba. No, no. Es una pena, es la época. It's nothing. You weren't letting bit, okay? No worry, ma. Stay side.
Close to him. See? Turn him. See when he starts charging. You know what I mean? Now you're doing a good job. When you go down, hands up, fire low. What did the referee say to you? Somebody say.
That's okay, dude.
Don't worry. Keep it going.
Let's take a look at that unusual punch. I don't know if Whitaker will qualify for prime time, but a few more of those backhands and he may qualify for Wimbledon.
Here we go. Come on, here we go.
Incidentally, most of the instructions in Whitaker's corner are being delivered not by Lou Duva, but by George Benton, who is the great guru of defense for most of Duva's fighters.
What's making this tough for Azumah Nelson also is the fact that if you notice, Pernell Whitaker goes way down too. That was a good right hand, pretty good right hand by Azumah Nelson. But what I was saying early, Pernell gets down low too. It makes it tough to land a punch.
With the arms crossed and crouching over as he comes in, Nelson offers an interesting reminder of a heavyweight fighter. Ken Norton used to assume that crab-like posture coming in.
Well, actually, this is the same tactic that George Foreman used against Jerry Cooney, with those hands crossed. But what happens is it takes another second or so to throw a combination.
Come on.
Ray, do you think this is a sign of early desperation that he's unable to get to Whitaker and he's trying anything he can to try to bully him? Well, first of all, Azumah Nelson has problems with southpaws anyway, and because of the hand and foot speed of Pernell Whitaker, this is very frustrating trying to cope with this kind of style.
Whitaker landing solidly with counter punches as Nelson opens up a little more, releasing his hands more to try to get in. And Nelson takes advantage of a chance to hit Whitaker while he's down on his knee.
That's Azumah Nelson's best chance to turn this into a street brawl, get inside, make Pernell fight him, just fight him, and I hope he lands a big punch. And that's
he landed a right hand there. Nelson is starting to get a little bit more effective inside, and he's going less to the body and more to the head now.
Well, Pernell is not hurting him, and he understands that he feels that he can hurt Pernell Whitaker.
You've seen how slick Whitaker can be. Now you're starting to see how tough Nelson is. Nelson says, come on, keep throwing that jab at me. I'll take that all night. Whitaker obliged.
Well, yesterday we talked to Azumah about taking jabs. He said, I'll take a jab to get inside and throw my punches. So these jabs apparently are not bothering him. But they're scoring points.
They'll show up on the scorecard. But when it was suggested to Azumah that he'd take a lot of jabs, he just smiled and said, don't worry.
Come on, come on. Okay? Now pressure and put your beautiful one. Right, let's go, baby. Don't worry about it. Give me Vaseline, that's okay. Vaselina. Don't worry. That's yours, Tom. That's yours. That's okay. Take your time. It's okay, that's okay.
Move so much. Just take it stand up. Let him come. Because he's swinging. See me? Hey, look. See, even though you're moving, you're still where he's at.
Yeah. Got it, Ace.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. You still right there. So just take your time. Take it. Let him fire. Let him fire. What if I making this? And then cut him around where else.
Let's take a look at Whitaker. The right didn't land, but the left landed flush. Already in the corner, Ray, they were using an end swell on the right eye of Whitaker, which means he's catching too many of those jabs, and it could tell later in the fight. And his main hope, the way he's fighting here, is to try to wear Whitaker down and come on in the second half of the fight.
Are you saying they were using the end swell on Nelson?
I'm sorry, on Nelson. Thank you.
He's the man who's been taking a lot of jabs. As you saw from the punch count statistics, Azuma Nelson only threw 17 jabs in the first 3 rounds, and Whitaker threw nearly 150 of them.
I think Azuma Nelson's trying to wait for Purnell to wear himself out, or slow down, rather. But his corner, Azuma Nelson's corner, don't agree with that. They want him to throw more punches, get inside, and be a little more effective. Punches that are more effective on a southpaw are actually the left hook and the right hand, because it comes from the blind side.
And the left hook is probably Nelson's best punch anyway.
But as you know, Jimmy has worked his way in, because what he's doing now, he's actually on the receiving end, because he's walking straight to his man. He needs to take that dip.
He is, to use the parlance of the sport, eating the jab to get inside. Again. Whitaker splitting Nelson's defense with the jab.
You have a pretty good picture of this right now. What's happening with Azuma Nelson? He's actually following his man around. He's not cutting the ring off. He's following him around the ring.
All right, okay. But both you guys watch your heads now. You're going to get a butt. Come on.
Whitaker chopping away. This the most dominant round so far.
Now, once again, you notice that Azuma's just walking. It's pretty much a dance. He's just following his man around the ring.
It's a losing strategy unless he can find a way to hurt Purnell. He believed before the fight that he could.
What's going to happen? Purnell Whitaker's been throwing some pretty good body shots here. And you should see a great deal of change in Azuma Nelson.
Whitaker opting to lead with the left, and he lands with that also. Jabs are still going straight up the middle and splitting the defense. Great round for Purnell Whitaker.
Look, when you get close to it, don't grab him. See, because he's swinging. You don't have to grab him. Now listen to me. Now look, I want you to be calm, settle down. You understand? The guy is just swinging at you. All you got to do is just duck the punches, catch the punches. But try to duck them. Don't catch too many. And just take your time. Now, he carried you a little too fast that round. Don't let him put you in place. You understand? Just take steps. Because he's just swinging at you.